Hi, I'm Hottest Vegan Chick. Welcome to my channel. I'm here with a recipe for Dr. Sebi's Cell Food, the Bromide Plus powder. I'm going to share a quick recipe, a little something that I've come up with. I've had a few days to, try it out. I've done it different ways, and so this is what tastes the best to me, something that I would actually drink. You have to make it taste, good to your likings, or you probably won't continue to drink it. And this is something that Dr. Sebi recommends that you drink or somehow consume every day. So this is my recipe. I hope you like. Stay tuned and see how it turns out. Okay, so for this recipe, I'm going to be using, of course, the Bromide Plus powder. Some strong stuff. It does smell just like seaweed or just like, the ocean. Okay, it's very strong. I'm going to be using some of that. I'm going to also use some ground cinnamon powder. You can use the sticks if you want, but I'm using the powder, using what I have. And I'm going to be using some ground ginger, some vanilla. These two ingredients are on the actual recipe. I'm not following that recipe. I'm kind of just doing my own thing. But these two items are on the original recipe. You may notice that these are not on the nutritional guide, but there is a video of Dr. Sebi actually making the Bromide Plus powder into a drink. And he does say that you can use vanilla extract for flavor. All right, so also I got some agave. I'm going to be using for a sweetener, and I'm going to add a little bit of ginger, because I really like ginger, and then hemp seeds that I'm going to make into a milk using some spring water. So we'll see how that turns out. Stay tuned. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is go ahead and prepare the milk. Okay, so we have our 2 cups of water, and I'm just going to add this to the blender. And then I'm also going to add 2 tablespoons of the hemp seeds into the blender as well. Okay. Alrighty. So then we're going to go ahead and blend this up. Okay. Just blend this probably for a few minutes. So I have my hemp seeds blended, but I'm also going to have to strain them a little bit. Just going to go ahead and pour this in. And you can see the milk is pretty blended. Actually blend it pretty well with just the blender. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Okay, so I'm doing the last bit of the straining. Alright, so it is done straining pretty much. And this is what we're left with, is our milk. So it actually did strain it pretty well. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and add all of my powder ingredients, the agave, to the milk. Right, so I'm just going to do, I was going to do a teaspoon of this, but I think I'm just going to go ahead and do a half of a teaspoon of each. And here is the bromide powder. Okay. I'm going to get some cinnamon here. Cinnamon. Okay. Ginger. And some vanilla. drop of that. And this is our vanilla extract. Okay. And last but not least, we're going to do a tablespoon of agave. I'm going to do a tablespoon of agave for sweet, because I like mine sweet. Okay. Just kind of mix it a little bit while it's in here. And then we're going to add the mixture back to the blender. Now it's like so many steps here. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and blend it. And it's all ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and add it to the skillet because I like mine a little more warm. Okay. And this is what you're left with. And it smells more like cinnamon. I can definitely still smell the Bromide Plus, the bladderwrack, and the sea moss. Can definitely smell it. But yeah, the wick, this works very well for that. But yeah, it actually looks really, really, really good. So I'm gonna let that warm for a bit. Well, I hope you have enjoyed this recipe, and I hope that it does help you in some way. The Bromide Plus powder really does have a strong smell of seaweed to it. But you can make it more palatable with spices, some agave or date sugar, and of course, my favorite, adding some homemade hemp milk. Thanks so much for watching. More videos to come.